Hi, this is djthomaswhite. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this review and demonstration of the new Teenage Engineering OP-1 OS for May 2013. I want to go through the two major features that have been added for you today. First of all, you have heard this little sound on the video introduction. This sound is the new DNA synth. That's right, we've got a new synth engine in the OP-1, as well as that sound is also run through the new effects processor, which is the CWO, frequency shifting delay. There's a lot of possibilities with these two new additions to the OS, and we'll kind of take a minute to go through both of them here. We have a brand new synth engine called DNA. DNA is actually a noise-based synthesizer, and it's based on the Analog Devices 64-bit Black Fan processor ID, unique to every single OP-1 unit. This means every synth will potentially have a different sound, very slight different sound, but a different sound nonetheless. This synth is tonal sometimes, and it's also sometimes not. You can get really gritty with it, and it adds a different texture to the synth, something that you haven't seen before. And the display is kind of set to be a kaleidoscope. So let's take a look at some of the sounds available here. So as you can see, DNA is pretty serious on the noise making tip. I am excited about the aspect of a noise synth in the OP-1. It's something that's been a bit difficult to get, random noise and random character. And as you can see, as I play through some of the stuff that I've got on the tape tracks for you today, we'll take a little bit of a look at more practical uses for this particular synthesizer. One example is if you decide to use chords, for example. So as you can see, DNA offers some very gritty pads, some very noisy tones, some random tones. For anybody into IDM or your wild left field electronica, this is definitely an engine that you can get excited about. Let's take a look at the new effect. I'm completely blown away by it and very pleased with it. So it's called CWO. Here it is, CWO. And it's a frequency shifter, and if you think about it, there's a cow. They've shifted the O and the W around, so it's a pretty appropriate name. So what this is actually a frequency shifting delay with an incredibly wide amount of range, and so you can do dub delays with it. You can do phaser, flanger, tremolo, all sorts of modulation effects, some chorusy type of effects. I actually have some stuff on the tape that I want to play through that shows off some of the different things you can do both with DNA and with the new CWO frequency shifting delay effect. So we'll take a look at this, that's on the tape, and then we'll talk a little bit and give some examples about just exactly what it is and how to use it. So let's take a look at the tape here, and we'll show some examples of how we can apply CWO to the main mix. So we've got a feedback control, a delay control, a frequency control, and a sideband control. Look at the range on this. And the sideband, you'll notice when the sideband is all the way up, you hear always rising harmonic response. Turn it down, you hear the falling harmonic response. In the middle, you get about an even swing. So I've just got some basic drums here and the DNA synth engine with CWO in full effect. This is a multi-track overdubbed, I should say. A couple of DNA chord passes along with different CWO modulations as I recorded it. It's not just a noise synthesizer. You can get some tonal pads out of it, tonal keys. All of the phasing, flanging, and delay effects that you hear on the sounds are all from CWO. The only synths and effects I used were DNA and CWO.
Red leader, this is Rogue Squadron. We got incoming TIE fighters, watch your back. Red leader, this is Rogue Squadron. We got incoming TIE fighters, watch your back. Red leader, this is Rogue Squadron. Red leader, this is Rogue Squadron. We got incoming TIE fighters, watch your back.
What you hear here is, haha. What you hear here is the frequency shifter effect on the voice. Very common effect from sci-fi films and features, and in particular the Star Wars series, where frequency shifters were used for all of the droid voices and space communications to give a very futuristic tone to the sound. I'll show you an example of exactly how to do that once we're done playing through the sample here.
Red leader, this is Rogue Squadron. We got incoming TIE fighters, watch your back. Red leader, this is Rogue Squadron.
So in this example, you can hear how I've used DNA and some of the grittier tones possible to create some really aggressive tones. that's a little bit of an audio example of what you can do with these awesome two new additions to the already amazing OP-1. You've got the new DNA engine, and you've got the CWO frequency shifting delay. And here's the really exciting thing about the frequency shifting delay. This was actually designed for the very first time in conjunction with somebody outside of teenage engineering. This was designed with Magnus Lidström of Sonic Charge. Basically, teenage engineering guys met him at a party in Stockholm, and they've been fans of his work and wanted to do something together, and they talked about porting an effect and trying to design something for the OP-1, and now here we are with CWO. Magnus was particularly drawn to the limitations of the OP-1, as many of us are who are avid users of the device that it is, because we believe in necessity forces innovation. I look forward to the fact that now that teenage engineering is working with other developers, that there may be some outside of the box different types of applications and features that we may see in the future. So it's a very promising horizon for those of us who are fans of the device, and I really look forward to more partnerships with developers out there. So let's take a look really quickly. I did say that I would show a quick example of how to do the Star Wars frequency shifting effect. So one of the things we need to do is, first of all, turn off CWO. We'll go to the synthesizer engine, pick a patch. This was my red leader.
Red leader, this is Rogue Squadron.
So we'll turn the microphone in the OP-1 on and just record another piece of audio. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely need some assistance as we get here. Han Solo's really messed up. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely need some assistance as we get here. Han Solo's really messed up. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker. Okay, so as you can see, very basic sample. We can do a bump the gain up on this guy a little bit. And that's it. Rebel Base. It's in there. It's definitely a sample. And now we would just apply the frequency shifter effect to it. And you'll notice that I'm going to turn the sideband, put that right about in the middle for the effect there. Feedback and delay are going to be at 0. And we'll mess with the frequency here. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely need some assistance with. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker. And that's all just with the frequency. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. Turn the sideband up so you hear more of the sideband. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely need some assistance with. As we get here, Han Solo's really messed up. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely need some assistance with. As we get here, Han Solo's really messed up. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely need some assistance with. As we get here, Han Solo's really messed up. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. Rebel Base, this is Rebel Base, this Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely need some.
Rebel Base, this is
Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely need some assistance with. As we get here, Han Solo's really messed up. Rebel Base, this is Luke Skywalker coming in for a landing. We definitely need some assistance with.
So that's it. I hope you really enjoy the two new additions to the OP-1. We've been waiting for this update to come out, and I'm certainly pleased with the end result. As always, it's always worth the wait. Thanks again. This is djthomaswhite. Thanks for stopping by and checking out another one of my videos, and for all the support of my teenage engineering madness. Catch you next time.